The BRT driver was not carrying passenger. The bus actually hit her to the wall. So we had to push the bus. She just tried to raise her head up and said, "Sheson, don't let me die." And unfortunately, around 3:30, I think she gave up. I was on my way to the office, and while I boarded a bus at Ikorodu garage, so I met my friend, Mrs. Adebimpe Adesola. So both of us was in the bus going to Oshodi. So while getting to Oshodi that fateful day, we now came down from the bus that same day, and we were discussing just right along the walkway. So while we were talking about the prepaid meter which I was supposed to give her to work on for me, a bus came out from the terminal with a top speed, and which came towards us. But that same day, I don't even know how I was saved from that accident. So the bus hit her to the wall, and immediately the bag she was holding fell on the floor. So while I was screaming because I was so much in fear, so some of the guys around there came around to also see, and before you know, the crowd was much. Initially, I thought she was dead, so I was crying, screaming, and not too long, in about a minute thereafter, I noticed she moved her body, and she just tried to raise her head up and said, "Sheson, don't let me die." And so I quickly called on some guys to see how we can push the bus and see how we can pull her out. So some guys came around, so we were able to push the bus, and she just fell on the floor. So while seeing her, we noticed that her two legs was actually crushed, and there was a particular woman there who claimed to be a nurse in one of the government hospitals. So she tried to call ambulance. So while doing that, I picked up that bag and tried to see if I can reach out to any of the family members. The brother came to meet us at the terminal. And while we were trying to get a bus, I was able to get a particular bus, the conventional yellow and bus, the yellow bus. So, but the woman insisted that taking her with that bus, to the hospital, that nobody will attend to her, that we should wait for an ambulance to actually come across. So we waited, and after about 40 to 50 minutes, so which was exactly around 7:05 in the morning then. So an ambulance came around 15 minutes to 8 thereafter. As at that time, she was still talking. So the guys from the emergency units did some kind of first aid for her, gave her injection, and they now put her in the bus. Ambulance rather. So we now got to Lasut at exactly 5 minutes to 8. That was 8:55 a.m.
I thought it was a minor accident, but on getting there, I saw the gravity of what happened.
Immediately, the phone, my husband's phone rang. I said, that grandpa said, accident, BRT accident. I said, what happened? He said that Bimpe was involved in a BRT accident. I said, BRT accident. The children were still with me. Said the BRT something bus knocked her down. So the children said, my mommy. I said, yes, your mommy, the BRT knocked her. So the little one said, please, my mommy should not die. I said she will not die.
So thereafter, we were asked to buy some drugs. So they gave us a list of the items we need to buy. So myself and the brother, we shared the list. So he went to the to the blood bank to see how you can get blood and all this. So then I went to the cash center to see how I can pay for some of the files and the drugs. So we did that. So while we were doing that, she was in the ward, and I think 2 doctors were actually attending to her. So we waited till around 1:30. But as at then, she was, she was complaining of pains and all these things. So while I went towards the ward, I saw and I told her that she should be calm, that she will be fine. I knew she was already having the pains because even the blood they were passing to her was actually flowing out. So the bandages were soaked and all this thing. So what the nurses suggested before now was that since they are doing the x-ray for her, they should take her to the x-ray ward and take her straight directly to the theater. But since the theater is not available now, that in the interim we can do the x-ray for her. So that one was done, and I think why they took her to the x-ray unit, she was not responding to what they need to do. So they now rushed her to the theater to see how they can do this thing for her. But unfortunately, around 3:30, I think she gave up. Later that day, when we actually had to visit the police station to write statements, so we met the boss at the police station, just opposite the BRT terminal, and also we also saw the guy in the cell too. So he was actually arrested.
We've been married for 6 years. By August 24th this year, it will make it 7 years. And Bimpe has been a very wonderful and loving wife. She's very understanding and hardly complains of anything. And we have 2 kids together, Damilola and Adeyinka. The last moment I had with my wife was on Sunday, which was 22nd May 2022. We went to a party together at Lekki, a 1-year-old child's birthday.
She works at Oshodi with IKD, Ikeja, Electric, law enforcement agent of electricity, IKD. She always take care of me. She's the one that is taking care of me and my grandma. Nobody else, no helper.
That's my second in command. Even when I used to travel to London, she used to take care of my husband, of grandpa. Very friendly, very respectful. So I've been missing her since she left. On Sunday like this, I go to church, we bring in our clothes to wash. The washing machine is here. It's our washing machine, but they put it here. So we wash all our clothes. Very religious. Goes to that redeem. She was a chorister. She used to interpret for them. So I really miss her.
We actually heard from the BRT people. They came on a condolence visit, and they were a little involved in the burial plans. I got to know that it wasn't actually even the driver of the BRT, that he gave the key to someone else. So I just think the person should serve anything the court says concerning the person, should serve his jail term if there is a sentence for that. Because for him to just have taken my wife like that, it's really painful and hurtful to me, and leaving the kids behind. So I think he should face the law. I expect Lamata to have come up with a proposal, because she left 2 kids behind, and in her own family she's the breadwinner. She still has a mother and a grandmother, and the load of taking care of the 2 kids would be too much for me alone, because she was very supportive. So I'm actually pleading with Lamata and Lagos State government to help out and come up with whatever seems right.
There's need for us journalists also to know our facts. Lamata is not a bus operator, we're a regulator. So there's an operator for that bus. So you should go and meet the operator of the bus. You need to know the operator of the bus and meet the operator. Lamata will not react to such things because such report may not come to Lamata. So please know the operator of the bus.